Basically, I'm a conceptual artist. I'm working quite purely in ideas, and I'm really interested in how a concept, a really dense, problematic concept, can be the catalyst for the change in thought. So, this work is it's an online interactive, I guess. Ideally, we'd like to turn the Festival of Perth online infrastructure into a playground. But the context which I'm framing this in is in considering the recent Sony hacks alleged by North Korea as being a revenge attack for the film The Interview. We're all familiar with that? Anyway, Google it. Basically, what happened was Washington then tried to reframe that as an act of war. So that's really interesting. That's a media artwork, a film, which is operating at the, at that level of danger, real risk. I'd like to introduce you to Lieutenant General Keith B. Alexander. He's the head of Cyber Command in the US, and he says, this is really interesting, this is the concept of the work basically. He says, there is a mismatch between our technical capacity to conduct operations and the governing laws and policies. So our technology is advancing faster than we can really make sense of it or develop philosophical frameworks to come up with ethical ways of relating to it. So this work aims to kind of operate at the intersection between the arts, technology, and criminality, basically. So I guess it's called Hackers Gonna Hack. So the mentor I engaged with was Michael Tusak. And I said to him, Michael, I've got this idea for work. I'm not even sure if telling you about it is going to incriminate both you and I in this work. So how do we kind of move forward and find a theoretical, legal framework to operate within? So he basically said, look, I'm an arts lawyer. This is outside my area of expertise. You're going to need to talk to criminal lawyers. So I did that. And our process basically over the last week was to get together over a 7-course Pinot degustation and unpack this, which is the Cybercrime Act from 2001, basically. Now, what's interesting, 2001, how much has technology advanced in that time? So, this week, a young man has been charged under this act, and it's this charge here, Section 4 of Schedule 1 of the Cybercrime Act, and it's any unauthorised impairment of electronic communication to or from a computer. And what he did was he solicited Indonesian hackers to have a go at the Attorney General's office, website, ACES, that kind of thing. So he's potentially facing 10 years. So I wanted to produce this artwork, but I just want to say I don't actually want to go to jail. I don't actually want to break the law. I want to try and operate in a space that moves up to the edge of legality and operate in those grey areas where the law doesn't even really exist yet. Okay? So pretty much we went through this and we tried to find a way of carrying out this artwork, which is basically, it's very literally responding to the brief. We're going to hack the living shit out of the festival. We're actually going to hack the festival. So how can we do this without spending 10 years in jail? Now the interesting thing with the Act is that, if you read through these schedules, it says any unauthorised access to data held in a computer, any unauthorised modification of data held in a computer, or any unauthorised impairment of electronic communication anyway. So basically the whole Act revolves around the concept of authority being authorised, which is very interesting given, 30 seconds, very interesting given that we have been invited to hack the festival. So it'll be very interesting to test this in the courts, basically. I was next going to then kind of address the selection criteria, talk about how this is interactive, how this is art, and how, this is, what is the commercial value of this work? What is the commercial value of art? So if we throw over to a minute of questions and you want to talk about something like that. Yeah. Well, basically, what it's doing, it's inviting the public to interact with the Perth Festival website, architecture, the venues, and giving people the choice that they can either destroy it, or people can band together and protect it. So use our technology, our skills to do that. So it's a battle of good versus evil. Played out online. Yeah, and how that could look, I mean, memes. That should be playing a Rick Astley video, it's not. Kittens, and a hardcore gay Nazi biker porn. It actually exists. Yeah, so, you know, yeah. That was actually from your search history. Thanks for setting that. I couldn't have done that any better. Yeah, okay, and so moving on, then how is this art? You know, there's a long history, a long tradition of transgressive art and culture. You know, going back to, you know, Carnival in the Middle Ages, where there'd be, you know, a festival where the people would, the power structures would be inverted and the people would take over. Then kind of going to the appropriation artwork of data through the situationists, punk rock, and now, you know, Anonymous, 4chan, all these online, you know, image boards basically, as a side of culture and hacking. Okay, thanks so much. The other thing about this work is that it doesn't ask for permission to happen. It really questions the structures within the arts and arts bureaucracy. The actual question of this is how are you going to stop me? Thanks so much.